SAP TDL, initial pull, please.
Yeah, SAP here, the RSM and HTA have been moving as expected. SAP is green.
Roger that.
I think it was just like one of those internet things, and all of a sudden, someone on Twitter, right? Just like did you see Mohawk guy or something? I wasn't really paying attention until after we kind of landed for a couple hours, and then noticed my phone was all lit up.
So is this all that came down on
so
on
far?
This one?
Yes. Full frame image, and so it's especially nice because we can also see the part of the rover, and it's a lot less dusty than we were thinking. We were thinking we might be pretty dusty, given that we saw a lot of dust on the HAZ cams and on the Molly cover. So, but it's very, very clean. There's no dust on the wheel. The arm looks nice and clean, so it's looking pretty good.
So today, we just deployed the RSM, or got the data saying that we deployed the RSM, and so it's a very, very exciting day. So obviously the first thing we saw was the image came down and of the anti-shadow, and that instantly tells us that everything must have gone right with the deploy and our range of motion checks and everything. So we're quite happy just with everything.
TDL Telecom.
Go ahead, Telecom.
I can confirm that the Odyssey spacecraft is receiving data from the lander and transmitting it to the Earth.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Dude, look at that
shadow.
Yeah.
Oh, he loved the
He
screen.
looked this. Oh, look at that. More.
Oh, yeah, more.
More thumbnails. Is that? Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
there it is.
there
Oh,
it
there's
is.
the RTG.
Yep. Is UHF.
Look at that. Yeah, that's where the that's the
That's
lens
pretty
cap.
clean.
Yeah.
I mean, that's...
Whoa. Whoa.
Oh yeah.
Holy crap. Look at that.
Exactly. Smoggy day.
It actually does look smoggy. Look at that.
GDSA TDL. Go ahead, TDL. Please inform us when the data has stopped. Roger that, thank you.
So this is where the plumes from the descent stage were hitting on the side of the rover, and the rover was essentially pointing that way. Now let's see if we can get the other ones. So this one we got this morning, and it shows the nav cam looking at the back of the rover, and you can see here the RTG. This block here is just missing data, and this is missing data as well. What's kind of interesting here is that we could see the cuts, the cables that were cut during the separation events. There's here, and then here's the HRS loop that was cut as well, and those turned out to be pretty clean cuts. The other thing that's interesting is that the deck is relatively clear of any particles. There's some small pebbles that were kicked up by the descent stage as it was hovering over the rover, and it was making those divots in the ground. All those pebbles were being kicked up, and then they settled on top of the rover, and this is where they fell on top of the rover. So we were sort of concerned about the coverage of the deck, how much dirt it was going to get, and it turned out to be not too bad. It's actually pretty clean. And this is a nice side view where we can see the hillside and the other side of the rover. The two divots where the thrusters were blowing up dirt, and then here's the side of the mountain where the scientists are probably going to look and see if they can climb up Mount Sharp going this way. They're still planning all that. This is all very early in the preliminary stages, but in these views we can actually see the dunes and Mount Sharp. Here are the dunes that they're quite interested in.